let's talk about the music. So I really like soul music. Again, that's one of the reasons why I really love the film. Do you like soul music? Is it your sort of cup of tea?
It's weird because I don't not like soul music, but I've never sought it out, I suppose. And I wouldn't really know where to go. Like, I don't think I'd know who to pick. Like, I'm sure I know soul, like my parents, love Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke, like you said. So there are bits of it there, but I don't think I'd be able to sort of accurately identify what soul is really. But I think that's just from my very sort of limited experience.
No, you are right. The kind of lines of the genre between like soul, R&B, funk, and like your Motown era are all quite blurred because they all happened quite, again, I believe, quite quickly. So they're all kind of within the same, the last um 50 years or so. And I'm not a musician, so I don't know if there's any kind of musical difference in soul. But this film, so I do like soul music, and this film actually put me on to soul music. So I remember watching this. I don't know. I must have been a teenager or something like that, and really liking music. And I knew the classics from, I knew Mustang Sally from, uh, you know, discos and family parties and weddings and that sort of thing. But then listening to the soundtrack, which I had on CD, now it made me go and kind of listen to other people. So that put me on to like Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, a little bit of Aretha Franklin, people like that. So yeah, I do love soul music, but I was interested to know if you did, or if it made you want to listen to any more, because there's songs that they do. So if you check out the soundtrack on Spotify, and I would urge anyone listening to this to check it out if you've got Spotify or any music streaming service. But there's albums of music from the Commitments band on there because they treat the whole process like they were a real band. So they recorded songs that aren't actually even in the musical. So, for example, Wilson Pickett there's a very famous song that he did called "Land of a Thousand Dances," which you'd know because it starts with the famous count of like 1, 2, 3, bam, 1, 2, 3, bam,
Oh
like that.
yeah.
And then it does, and I think it's in the Full Monty. I think one of them dances to it in the Full Monty when he's auditioning to it. It's in loads and loads of stuff, but that's not in the film. But it's on the soundtrack of them doing it, and there's loads and loads of songs on there. Just check it out on Spotify. It's really worth checking out. But I do think the music it's great, and the lead singer has a voice that's just absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, certainly agree. I think that was one of the things that maybe surprised me a little bit as well, is just how talented that they all were. But yeah, the lead singer obviously, did really stand out. There was just a lot of power to his voice, I felt.
Have a guess, and you might already know this. So if you do, just say, have a guess how old you think he is in the film. The
In the
actor,
film,
yeah, the
how
actor,
old is
yeah.
he? Like early, early 20s, probably, like 24.
So he's 18.
Is he
He was
really?
17 when he was cast. So I believe the story goes that they wanted his dad to audition for a role, and he
Yeah.
went with his dad somewhere an audition or for a meeting, and someone heard him singing and gave him the part. His name's Andrew Strong, but he's toured with really massive artists as a supporting artist. I think he's toured with like Prince and people like that. So, but he's got this incredible voice. But I could not believe. I thought he was like in his 30s.
Yeah, yeah. He looks kind of worn a little bit, like he's already had a bit of a life. But I suppose maybe that's what it was like growing up in Dublin in that time.